According to the National Institute of Mental Health, nearly 44 million people experience mental illness in a given year. Here to talk about a new campaign aimed at raising awareness of depression and other mental health issues is Dr. Dawn Mordecai. Good morning.
Good morning, Henny.
So can you tell us what are the signs and symptoms of depression?
Sure. So the most prominent signs and symptoms of depression are depressed mood or feeling low most of the day, most every day of the week for at least several weeks, and then loss of interest in things that are usually of interest to the person. But other symptoms include disturbed sleep, problems with concentration, problems with appetite, and sometimes people feeling like life isn't worth living.
This also seems to be a topic that people just do not want to talk about, mental health issues and depression. Why is that?
Yeah, it's a great question. We did a national poll, and there were some encouraging things that people want to talk about these issues, and they feel like they want to help others that they think are suffering, but they don't know what to say. And I think a lot of that has to do with stigma, really, that we think of these things as problems with the person. It's their fault, so people are ashamed. And what it generates is a lot of silence. And silence, it prevents people from getting the care and the help that they need. So we really want to help people break that silence and talk about these things as a normal part of being human.
So if there's someone in your life, either your family or your friends, that you think, you need to bring this up, how do you suggest we start this conversation?
Yeah, so great question. A lot of people feel embarrassed, or they feel like they don't know what to say, or that they might make it worse by asking. And that's really not true. The best thing you can do is to offer to be someone who's going to listen without judgment, who is wanting to help the person feel better. So give that a try. Engage with somebody and say, hey, I care about you. I think there may be something going on, and I wanted to let you know that I'm here to support you, whatever it is that you may be dealing with.
Let's just say that we flip the script, and if I am the one suffering with the mental health challenges and the depression, how do I reach out to my family and friends and let them know, hey, I need some help here?
Yeah, and that can be particularly challenging, because if you're the one suffering with depression, you may feel that shame or that guilt and feel like you don't want to burden other people. So I would just encourage you to trust in that the people who care about you want to help you, will not feel burdened by you talking to them, but will probably feel happy that you entrust them with that. People can also go to a website that we've developed called findyourwords.org, and they can find resources about how do I start this conversation, what is depression. They can do a depression self-assessment, and find helpful community resources as well.
What would you say is one of the biggest myths about mental health issues?
Yeah, well, there are several myths around mental health. In the poll that we did, and I was pretty surprised to see this, over half of people endorsed the idea that depression was at least in part due to some kind of personal failing or weakness. And that, to me, is sort of a core stigmatizing belief, because it says, oh, there's something wrong with you as a person, it's your fault. And we know that that's not true. There are many causes for depression, but personal failing or weakness is not one of them. And so we need to break through that, because that's the kind of attitude that keeps people from talking openly about it.
And one more time, can you please give our viewers information about where they can find more information about this?
Absolutely, Henny. So people can go to Find Your Words, that's one word, findyourwords.org. There's great information there. It's in English and Spanish, and we really hope that we can help people engage in a conversation that breaks through this silence.
Special thanks to Kaiser Permanente for making that segment possible.